Hey, what's going on, guys? All right, pretty important day today in NBA history. Now, before I get to it, part of the reason why I am making this video is because too often in times we get too caught up in the moment in life that we forget, you know, significant things that have happened in the past, such as today. And just as you guys can read from the title, 20 years ago today, the Chicago Bulls won their fourth NBA championship in franchise history, all right? Not only that, but it was also Michael Jordan's first championship back from baseball. And to cap it all off, it just so happened to land on Father's Day. All right, June 16th, 1996 was Father's Day, and it was also again the Bulls' fourth championship, and again Michael Jordan's first championship back from baseball. All right, now I will be playing the last couple minutes or so of that game. Uh, just so we can relive the moment. So I'm going to go ahead and play that for you guys right now. All right. So give me one moment here, guys. Let me zoom in. All right, should be good right now.
Supersonics, a season that saw them win 64 games. Answer that critics by getting to the NBA Finals. They had the same people wondering over the first three games, but they came back in glorious fashion to force the sixth game. And they're now down to the final 21 seconds of this 1995-96 season. At Chicago Stadium, the old building, one of the loudest in all of sports. The United Center, I think, has finally come of age. They have reached the level with this crowd, and they played a major part in this picture tonight. Well, Eric Stoll walks it up with time running out. Now at 10 seconds. A three-pointer for Chuck. 87, 75, and we're in the final second. The Chicago Bulls have won the 95-96 NBA championship. Taking four in 6 years as they defeat the Sonics 87-75. And they are going wild in the Windy City. His fourth championship for Dennis Rodman, his third for the Kings of Detroit. And the Bulls are able to, as Michael Jordan has often said, complete the picture. Michael Jordan, we're told, has won most valuable player honors for this final series. It was not a particularly good shooting series for Michael, and he finished tonight only 5 of 19, but 11 of 12 at the line. 23 points. He also had 7 assists.
And the first time in the history of the NBA that one player has won the regular season most valuable player, All-Star most valuable player, and NBA Finals. A tremendous accomplishment by Michael Jordan.
Now, the questions in terms of contract signings involving Phil Jackson, Michael Jordan, Dennis Rodman, on the other side of the ledger, George Karl, and the Seattle Supersonics. We will have the presentation of the championship trophy in just a moment. An emotional moment for Michael Jordan. The tears are flowing. be talking with Michael in just a few moments, and I would think there is a tie-in with his late dad on this Father's Day, 1996.
After the 2 losses in Seattle, was there even a tinge of worry coming in tonight?
We were never worried. We had these people to come home to, home crowd. That's right, home cooking. We knew we were doing it right here.
You've been around the game a long time. You've played with a storied team in the Knicks of the early 70s. You've coached 4 world champions. But this season was different than any other in NBA history, and the expectations were very high. Nothing but a championship would have sufficed.
You're right. The championship was placed on our heads the first day of camp. Dennis Rodman, in addition to our basketball club, we've had a wonderful time doing it. It's been a joyful ride.
The atmosphere in this building speaks for itself. We don't want to put a damper on it in any way, but this is a question that has to be asked. Do you expect to be back here as you go for 2 in a row and 5 overall next year?
Oh, I'll be back. If the management wants me back, I'll come back. It's got to be right. It'll be right.
And now let's go to Ahmad Rashad, who's with Michael Jordan.
All right, thanks, Bob. Michael, I know that the first one was sweet, but how much sweeter was this one? Well, I can't even put it in words. I'm finally doing what it means to be. I know it's rough. To my wife, to my kids, to my mother, my brothers and sisters. This is for Daddy. I'm very happy for you. Now, you had said, Michael, that of all the accomplishments that you've made, that this may be the accomplishment. Why? Well, this goes right up there to having my kids. My kids are the most important thing to me, my wife, my family. But next to them, this is going to mean a lot to me because of what it symbolizes, which is my father on Father's Day. It means a lot. It means a big deal to me. Now, you remember just a couple of years ago that early flight to Indiana, where it all started, and now all of a sudden it looks like this is a culmination. It's been a long road. It started from scratch. I had a lot of support from my teammates, from my family. I'm just happy for the city of Chicago. I'm sorry I was out for 18 months, but I'm happy I'm back to bring a championship back to Chicago. I know this is what you're pulling for, but as we look back at the baseball, we were talking the other day that you've almost forgotten about that. Seems like years ago. I haven't truly forgotten it. Those minor leaguers meant a lot to me. They really got me back on the road of thinking basketball. They showed me the genuine attitude that you have when you're playing a sport that you truly love. So I give a lot of gratification to the minor league organization, the White Sox organization, for giving me that inspiration. But it's always great to come back and play in Chicago. All right, Michael, congratulations to you on a great year and a way to bring it to a win. Thank you very much. All right, let's go to Jim Gray.
All right, thank you very much, Ahmad. I'm here with Dennis Rodman. They're chanting your name now, Rodman. Did you simply impose your will there in the third quarter with all those rebounds and 5 points?
Well, I just say one thing. I like to thank Chicago for having me in the city, and a lot of people never gave me any credit to be in the situation I am today, but I proved them all wrong again. So
Did you have some doubts? Did you think maybe, Dennis, this wouldn't work out as well as it has?
I'm just happy to be here with somebody with a city that likes to see someone work their ass off, and I just like to get back to the people.
Everybody wants to know about next year. There's been some questions. Do you feel as though you're going to be back here next year?
I don't know. It's just up to I promised the people one thing. I think I did it tonight. I hope that's what they want.
All right, so there you guys have it. That was the final moments of the 1995-96 Chicago Bulls. Obviously, like I said, guys, too often in times we get caught up in the current moment in life, where we forget about the past, especially this season because the Golden State Warriors just so happened to break the Bulls' record by winning 73, because obviously the Bulls won 72 that year, and Golden State just so happened to break it by 1, even though I still think, and as most of us would agree, that the Bulls, the '96 Bulls were still the better overall team. You know, just because Golden State has one more win than the Bulls did back in '96 does not necessarily make them the better overall team. And again, that's just my personal opinion. Okay, that's just my opinion. If you guys agree, awesome. If you guys don't, that's fine. Let me show some memorabilia I may have. I'm sorry, I do have rather from that significant year of '95, '96. Give me one moment, guys. Let me put this back up here really quickly. I have this shirt right here. All right, Chicago, 1996. Kukoc, Longley, Pippen, Jordan, Rodman, along with Phil Jackson on the front, and on the back, NBA World Champions with the crying Michael Jordan. And that picture of Jordan is from the first championship, which they won 5 years prior, in '91, obviously. All right. What else do I have from '96? I also have this right here. This is the stat T-shirt from that year, meaning the score on the back, or should I say the score of each game they played on the back. All right, as the NBA Finals logo right there, old school. 1996 NBA champions, Chicago Bulls, and on the back, voila. Game 6 was the final score of 87-75. All right. What else do I have from that year? Let me see here. Yes, this right here, which you guys have seen me unbox. The 95-96 medal, and yes, it has the COA, Certificate of Authenticity. This is the 1996 NBA World Champions gold medal. I purchased online. On the back, it says 72 wins on the top right there. You see that? It says best season ever. And of course, that still does apply for the Chicago Bulls franchise alone, not the NBA all time, because obviously, again, Golden State broke that this year. Even though, again, I don't think that Golden State is the better team overall. Yes, they have a better record by 1 win. However, I believe 72-10 in the '90s era had much more value and was much more tougher to accomplish versus 73-9 in this era. Can you guys just imagine if the '95-'96 Bulls, like that exact team, played in this era in 2015, 2016? I wonder how many wins they would have accomplished. My guess would be no less than 78, maybe even 80. Heck, some people might say 82, but I think that's absurd. I believe that if the '95-'96 Michael Jordan-led Chicago Bulls played in this year's NBA under these rules, oh man, like I said, 78 wins minimum, in my opinion. And of course, that's if nobody was to get injured. All right. Let me know your guys' opinion on that. Let me know how many wins you guys think that Michael Jordan's Bulls in '95. I'm sorry. Let me know how many wins you guys think the '95-'96 Bulls would have won had they played in today's era under these rules, etc. All right. And yes, that would mean that Golden State would have a different coach, because that would put Steve Kerr back in the Bulls as a player, because if you guys don't recall, in '95-'96, in fact, the entire second three-peat, the current head coach of the Warriors, Steve Kerr, was a player on that Bulls team too. So let me know your guys' thoughts on that, and all that good stuff. Game 6 of the NBA Finals is also tonight. Golden State and Cleveland. It's at Cleveland, which I'm sure Golden State will win again tonight. So back-to-back years, I think Golden State is going to repeat. Not only that, but I think they're going to repeat on the road, which is going to be tonight, again, June 16th, 2016. And that's just my opinion. If you guys agree, great. If you guys don't, let me know your counter thoughts, and I will gladly get to you guys soon. All right? And that's all she wrote.